I genuinely appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. Love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. So we are just hanging out. I hope you're doing well. We've made it, what, is it halfway through the week already, Jax?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Friggin' hump day, y'all. So Jax is joining me tonight. She's sitting here eating her Cuban food. She is actually from Miami, so she's into all of that crazy ethnic style of food. She knows the difference between all of the different peoples and everything that I don't know. What are you eating tonight, Jax?
Oh my gosh.
Is it a ropo, a pollo, a loco? Something. She's eating something.
I got ropa vieja. I have croquetas de jamón.
I knew it was some rope thing.
Pastelitos de guayaba y queso. I have yuca fries.
I don't know what any of that shit is, you guys. I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm glad that I have Jax to educate me. But so look, we sent a rocket to the moon today. And we did, let's see where we're at actually with our, so only 53% of us believe that we went to the moon in the first place. But allegedly we're going back. Now, I'm just going to let you know, I don't think it would take us this long to go back if we had already been to the moon, because there are all sorts of rare earth minerals and all this and all that we know that our government wants. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now they're saying that they're finally going back. I think we would have been back trying to figure out how to steal all the moon shit and bring it back so that we could make more iPhones and shit like a decade ago, 2 decades ago, if they had really ever made it to the moon. But I want to ask you guys, before we get cracking on this thing, there is another thing going on. Donald Trump right now, I just saw, is currently doing a press conference on the Iran war. And I want to know if you guys want to watch that before we get into this moon landing. Do you guys want to see what Trump is saying about the Iran war? Or do you guys want to just go straight into the moon stuff? Because I know if I don't ask you guys, somebody's going to be like, oh, it's clickbait. He's clickbaiting. And then I'm going to have to get out the pad and maybe the tampon. But I'm a dude of the people. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what y'all want to see, because I'll ride out with either. You know what I'm saying? The moon landing isn't live anymore. It happened earlier today, but I'm more than happy to ride out with that. So Williams said, hope the astronauts are packing some serious heat. The moon is haunted. Why do you think we stopped going there? Because clearly space ghosts are fucking ghetto, bro. I'm not trying to deal with no ratchet ass space ghost, man. And Ben Hammer with the huge dono right at the very beginning. My dude, I love you and I appreciate you so much. Big love to you and the fam, JD. Thanks for being the guy we all want around. I love being here with y'all. I'm not going to lie, man. It makes me so happy to be able to jump on here and kick it with y'all. Thank you so much for that huge donation, man. I'm proud of what you're doing. I love you. I don't want to put it out there in public, but you are such a good dude, and I love your heart, man. Frill said, yes, we landed on the moon. However, the moon is very strange. Earth is pretty fucking strange to me, my guy. You know, I had a discussion with Jax at one point, and I asked her if she knew which planet, because she's into all that astronomy, astrology type shit, and she knows about like when Venus is in Gatorade and shit. And I asked her, honey, which planet is stressing me out today? And she was like, bro, it's Earth. The fuck do you mean? Like, if you see, we're run by pedophiles and we pay taxes to them. It's fucking Earth that's stressing you out, my guy. Shinobi Raptor said, bro, this is cool. I'm actually getting a pair of Russian tortoises, a species that's been sent to the moon and back. My guy, Russian tortoises are my favorite types of tortoises besides the Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises. I really like D'Angelo Bailey. He was fucking lit, bro. My favorite of all time. Turd Ferguson said, yes, my dude. Hell yeah. Camo Heater, I say we all take chippy recipients to the moon together and let them free to wander. Yeah, bro, I don't think there's much that you can masturbate out there on the moon, my brother, and I'm proud of your recovery. I want to see this. Okay, so 72% of you guys want to see what's going on with Donald Trump talking about this war. So let's just go over there. So give me half a second to cue that up, because I already had this old moon hoochie going on. The old hootenanny getting to the moon over yonder way and the whatnot and the hoo-hoo dilly and all that. But we're going to jump over here to Trump, and we're going to see what old Trumpenstein be talking about right now. Sure enough. And then we'll do that whole moon thing here in a little bit. And I've got a lot of other stuff to talk to you guys about tonight. I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on X with Americans bonding with the Japanese, but it has been my favorite thing. The Japanese people, it turns out, are some of the most based people on the face of the planet. And the shit that they are saying over there is absolutely insane, bro. Like they're a lot like us, bro. They like steak, bacon, titties, guns, and they don't like weird ass people. Well, you'll see. They're pretty fucking based, bro. I'm pretty into what's going down over there. So here comes the president of the United States of America. Nope, add that to stage. Take that off stage. Holy shit. Fucking amateur hour, bro. What's wrong with me? All right, let me know if you guys can hear it, if we have any volume issues or anything like that. I love y'all. Y'all so beautiful. Y'all really are pretty. You're pretty people.
Thank you very much. My fellow Americans, good evening. Let me begin by congratulating the team at NASA and our brave astronauts on the successful launch of Artemis II. It was quite something. It will be traveling further than any manned rocket has ever flown and will very substantially pass the moon, go around it, and come back home from a distance that has never been done before. It's amazing. They are on the way, and God bless them. These are brave people. We want to God bless those 4 unbelievable astronauts. As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins. Their leaders, most of them terrorist regime they led, are now dead. Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons, factories, and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left.
Bro, Banhammer just said, "Thank you, Mr. President. Do Israel next." Oh, my God. Oh, I fucking love you. So you guys do know that, what he's not saying is that gas just reached an all-time high, which sucks for like you and me and the common people. Here's the thing is, if you say that you don't want to be involved in a war over there for Israel, people go, "Oh, so you love Muslims?" No, the fuck I don't, bro. You underestimate my ability to not give a fuck about anybody out in that desert, dog. I care about Americans. I care about me and you. I care about whether or not we can afford fucking food. I care about the fact that the gas price is going up, mean that the food price is going up, mean that the prices of everything literally is going up. And I don't like that, bro, because I know Americans ain't doing good, dog. And what I wanted to see was somebody actually put the American people first instead of double fisting Bibi and doing whatever they're told. I'm not cool with a lot of the stuff that's going on, if you can't tell. But it is cool that we're sending some shit to the moon, because I'm sure that there's rare earth minerals up there that they're going to want. Slinky String, what's up, man? Love you, brother. Were you able to listen to that Paul Harvey Devil speech he did back in 1965? I was not, bro. I was not. I did not get a chance to listen to that, but you know what? Maybe we'll just check it out on the live tonight, man. We're going to actually probably need to just do that, because otherwise I might not remember. If I were the devil, we're going to get that queued up, and fucking A, bro, I have that, and we're going to watch it here tonight on the live, because you've requested it multiple times, and I feel like an absolute dick for not getting to it yet. I love you and I appreciate you. Let's see what old boy is saying now that I took a second to bitch about the prices of everything. And I had to read that comment from Banhammer, and I had to read that comment from Slinky String. And by the way, Slinky String, homie, my dude, my G, thank you so much for the huge dono. I love you, brother. Let's get back to it.
Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before. Before discussing this current situation, I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was quick, lethal, violent, and respected by everyone all over the world. After rebuilding our military during my first term, we have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world. And now we're working along with Venezuela and are, in a true sense, joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well in the production and sale of massive amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on Earth after the United States of America.
So here's my question. I know that like Venezuela is one of the largest producers of oil, but that it's like a very crude oil. It takes a lot to actually process this oil. And I know that we have like the highest gas prices that we've had since, I believe, 2021, when old boy Blumpkin Biden was absolutely fucking shit up. And I know that a lot of people are pissed off about that. I know that the gas prices here in Oregon, which are always classically high because we have insane gas taxes, are absolutely through the roof. Are the gas prices fucked up where you're at? Because I've seen categorically, I haven't seen anybody say that gas prices are cool where they're at. If they're one of the largest producers of oil, and we just took that shit, why is our gas prices super all fucked up? The savings just don't get passed on to the American people? Is that what's going on? Like, it's pretty nuts. It cost me like $100 to fill my tank the other day, and my tank wasn't even that low. Shit pissed me off. I was mad. I don't like spending $100 at the gas pump, bro.
We're now totally independent of the Middle East, and yet we are there to help. We don't have to be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything they have, but we're there to help.
I don't want to help other countries right now, bro. Until we look better than fucking Dubai over here, until we're so dialed that like we don't have homeless fentanyl addicts all over our fucking streets, that we don't have a housing crisis, that, people in this country can go back to where a dude and a chick can get married and they can make babies, and the dude can go work and they can afford to buy a home off a single person income like we used to have in this country when this country was absolutely great and beautiful. I don't want to help everybody else in these godforsaken fucking deserts. And I heard that we lost 36 of our military personnel today in a missile strike. And I don't want to be losing American citizens to help. He just said we don't need to be over there. We're just there to help. Bitch, help the people who elected you is what I want to see. Jax.
We should not be spending a single penny on any other country until there are no homeless veterans in our country.
Amen and hallelujah to that. 100% on board with that. That's the very least that we should be doing. Our veterans should be taken care of better than any other citizen. Our veterans should make more than our politicians. Our politicians never put their fucking lives on the line and at risk the way that our veterans do. It's a gross misappropriation of taxpayer funds that our veterans should ever want for anything. While we have people in Congress, these dusty ass relics, these fossilized cunts that have $30 million. I'm talking about Ilhan Omar is worth over $30 million. She's been in the country for 25 minutes and she had nothing when she came here. Now she's worth $30 million. And we have disabled military vets who are worried about where they're going to get their medical and their fucking next meal from. Absolutely not, bro.
Tonight, I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors have made in Iran and discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and the security of the free world. From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I have vowed that I would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
You also vowed no new wars. over and over and over again. You were the peace president, dog. You were going to end the war in Ukraine. That hasn't happened. That you were going to get us out of any entanglements over in the Middle East. That clearly hasn't happened. You got us into more. So please explain to me why we have our kids over there dying in the fucking desert, bro.
This fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel for 47 years. Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, the slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole, and they carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of October 7th in Israel, something that most people have never seen anything like it. This murderous regime also recently killed 45,000 of their own people who were protesting in Iran. 45,000 dead. For these terrorists to have nuclear weapons would be an intolerable threat. The most violent and thuggish regime on earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen, and neither should any of our past presidents.
So here's the thing, though. Just a few months ago, you were calling people crazy because you did that strike, which I supported that strike, dude. Like, if there were actual legit, even though Tulsi Gabbard said, and I would think that Tulsi should be in a position to know, but Tulsi Gabbard said that they weren't anywhere close to building nuclear weapons, even if they were fucking thinking about it, dog. I supported that strike because we got in, we bombed the shit out of their facilities, we got out, and you assured the American people we set them back literal fucking years, bro. Literal years. And then a few months later, Bibi said, we need to go to war with these people over here in this desert because it's for the greater Israel project. And all of a sudden, you're sending people over there. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that shit. That shit is crazy to me. You literally made fun of anybody who questioned whether or not we knocked out their ability to have a nuclear weapon. What you said years, dog. You said years. So which is it? Because I'm hearing a lot of things that don't line up.
This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office. I did many things during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first. And perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani in my first term. He was an evil genius, brilliant person, a horrible human being, however, the father of the roadside bomb. And he lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been perhaps in far better, stronger position. Had he lived, we would have had probably a different conversation tonight. But you know what? We'd still be winning and winning big. And then very importantly, I terminated Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster.
Here's the thing is like, dude, in his first term, I felt like he was actually kind of trying to swing for us, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever agree with everything that a politician says or does. I'm just not wired that way. I'm weird. I don't expect anybody else to agree with all my takes. But like, in his first term, I felt like he gave a fuck about the American people in this country. And this term feels like a different flavor, a 6-star flavor, a blue and white 6-star flavor feels like what we're getting as priorities out of the dude who runs our country and allocates our money. And we're giving billions and billions and billions of dollars away while we're literally trillions of dollars in debt. And Americans are fucking hurting for scraps. And they're feeding us shit that is poison. That was a huge thing that he ran on. We were going to get our food clean, our food sources clean. We were going to become independent for oil. We were going to not have any of these new wars. We were going to get out of all these other wars. This doesn't feel like what they advertised when they were asking and begging and pleading for our votes. You know what I'm saying? Not that I voted. I didn't go down there. And I want you guys to understand, I'm not saying we would be better off with Kamala Harris. That would just be another flavor of the 6-star blue and white bullshit, bro. Like, I understand that. It would be the rainbow flag with the 6-point star on it. And we would be way more censored, and we would have a whole different set of problems, and we would still have millions and millions of illegal immigrants pouring across our borders unchecked. I'm not saying that we would be better, but I'm saying that just because one person would be better than the other doesn't mean that we don't hold them to the highest fucking account. We are supposed to be the greatest nation on the face of the planet, and our leaders have to be the very fucking best. We can't keep settling for, well, they're better than the other guy, because eventually that leaves us with absolute hog vomit, bro. And I don't want to be led by some flaccid, dusty ass old dude who doesn't really know what's going on, and he's just constantly glazing and doing the bidding of another country. I don't want that. I don't want it if it's blue. I don't want it if it's red. I definitely don't want it if it's fucking rainbow. Bro, I want America to focus on America. Let's break up with our allies. Focus on ourselves, maybe do some hot yoga, you know what I'm saying? Get a nice matcha, go out to the beach, fucking recenter our chi or whatever the fuck that shit is, and get back to some basics. And then maybe when we're doing okay, we could talk about having situationships with another country, but it should never be the one that is our greatest ally ever again, because they have absolutely infiltrated our government, and it's fucked, bro. Yo, Banhammer, is it just me, or is America starting to feel like Germany during World War II? Everyone is hating the Zionist people. We're taking out multiple countries. It's like history is repeating itself, or am I just based? Sir, I believe that you're based, and I believe that there's reasons for where America is at. I don't know about your guys' algorithms on all these different platforms outside of YouTube. But like, if I look on X or Insta, I see the younger generation, even my generation, even some boomers that are like, yeah, bro, not with this shit. The dispensationalist and evangelical, crazy, like glazing of another country. Like, if you don't support Israel, God won't bless this country. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody's buying that shit anymore, dog. Israel was created in 1948. You're not going to quote scripture at me and then have Trump's spiritual advisor come out here and tell me that I need to donate 10% of my gross income to that fucking country. You're out of your mind, dog. You're out of your mind. I'm not listening to this. And a lot of people seem to be waking up to what is going on. William said, in the words of HLC, man, I love habitual line crosser. Ethan's such a good dude. Buff Dragon, his sack will continue until the Middle East improves. Never forget. I mean, bro, if we're going to go, let's just glass some shit, bro. Let's just glass some shit. I legitimately don't care. Let's glass it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Georgina Hediger, Omnilove. We are human beings. We are all from one source, representing MCEO, Emerald Order Teachings, Law of One. Big love to you, sister. William, the White House should do a podcast like FDR did with the radio. Dude, can you imagine? Like, whoever, I will say this, whoever is currently in charge of the White House accounts, social media accounts, needs a raise. And I think there's a whole lot of people out there who keep speculating that it's Barron Trump. But like, these edits that they're doing, bro, are mega based. I mean, I'm not necessarily behind the message, but they're sick, bro. They have aura. Like a motherfucker, bro. Like, have you guys seen what is on the White House account? And I feel like they've been doing this and putting out this crazy, edgy, decent-ass content to try to get people to download this app, the White House app that they have. And I know there's going to be people that are like, if they want to get in your phone, they'll just get in your phone. Do you remember the entire lawsuit that they had with Apple because they wanted backdoors into people's iPhones? And Apple said, eat a dick up and hiccup, bitch. We're not giving you that shit. And so I feel like with the permissions on this app, it feels like, you know, maybe they're just trying to find a way, because like literally one of the permissions is they could get into all of your system files and folders, dude. And they get your location, and sure, they could probably get your location from some other shit, but like all your files, all your like storage files and everything, I'm not giving the fucking government access to my storage on my iPhone. Break into it. break into, use your Patriot Act shit and get some mega hacker to do it. I'm not doing the work for you, you lazy fuckers. Absolutely not. Trev said America needs realignment with itself. That is all. That's what I'm saying right there, bro. Dominar said Americans need to spit the binky out of their mouth, get off their butts, and get this country back online. We need a hard reset, bro. In my opinion, we need a hard reset because what we're doing isn't working. And the farther and farther that we keep straying into this, like, this two-party system, the tribalism, somebody's going to come and save me. It's going to be this next election cycle. Somebody's going to come and save me. We keep saying that over and over again and thinking that the next guy is going to be the answer or the other guy is going to be the answer. They don't give a fuck about us, bro. I'm telling you right now, the people in power in this country think we're peasants. They think we're beneath them. They pander to us enough to get our votes, but in the reality, these people fucking hate us, bro. And they show it every day in the way that they vote and with the things that they do and with the things that they take from the people of this country.
Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash, green cash, took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C., and Maryland, all the cash they had. Flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran, and they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. It would have been a different world. There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of great experts, had I not terminated that terrible deal. And I was so honored to do it. I was so proud to do it. It was so bad right from the beginning.
What lies are in your head? First off, I want to let you know, I like your dogs, Wade. I like your dogs. But I have a question for you. I hate to be the guy who answers a question with a question, but why are you gay? Why are you gay? What do you mean what lies are in my head, buddy? What's in your head, Wade? What's in your head? Do you need, or maybe or I got a present for you here. You want the pad? Is it a heavy flow day? But I do love your dogs, Wade. Your dogs are dope. That was not intended towards your dogs. That was intended towards you, buddy. Juice Slayer, what is up? Hopefully more Americans will start preferring their juice concentrated. My dog coming out swinging, bro. Swinging. Hell yeah. I love that shit.
Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do. They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at an agreement. For this reason, in June, I ordered a strike on Iran's key nuclear facilities, an Operation Midnight Hammer. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program.
I'm just going to say, I feel like Operation Midnight Hammer sounds like a pornography film. I'm just going to say, bro, that sounds like one of those things where dude wanders into his stepsister's room and she's asleep and he's like, oh, type shit in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? He's like lifting up the blanket, trying not to. Never mind. Is that just me, Jax? Midnight Hammer?
I mean, I thought it too, but why you have to say stepsister?
Oh, you're my sister on some Joe Dirt shit. She's never seen Joe Dirt, bro. I feel like I've failed my wife. I keep telling her we're going to watch Joe Dirt, and I haven't shown her yet.
I'm at a totally different location, making clear they had no intention of abandoning their pursuit of nuclear weapons. They were also rapidly building a vast stockpile of conventional ballistic missiles and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on Earth. Iran's strategy was so obvious. They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible, and they did, with the longest range possible. And they had some weapons that nobody believed they had. We just learned that out. We took them out. We took them all out so that no one would really dare stop them. and their race for a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen before.
A nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen. My guy, we've been making nuclear weapons for how long now? And you think that like some dudes in a fucking, you think that some dudes in a ditch, an underground bunker are going to be able to outdo us? That doesn't say a lot about us, bro. That doesn't instill confidence in our ability to make the bigger nuclear weapons. I'm just saying, my dude. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You said that with Operation Midnight Hammer on your stepsister or whatever the fuck it was, that we took out their nuclear capabilities and set them back for years. So why are we doing Operation Epic Fury right now? If it's for us and it's to stop their nukes, I thought we already stopped it at their nukes, bro. Are their nukes not stopped at it? And really quickly, just a few seconds of shameless self-promotion. Pinned comment in the chat is a link to the new merch. It is the White Boy Summer tank top. We also have it in a t-shirt. It is going to be the epic quintessential White Boy Summer this year, you guys. I'm going hard all summer long. I know y'all might want to too. He's even got the pink MPAA, Make Pedophiles Afraid Again tank top. He's rocking an Echelon energy drink right there. That's my dude. And that's the haircut that I would get if my wife wouldn't cut me off from any type of marital relations if I had a sick mullet.
Honey, you do what you need to do to your own body. I
You-
do not care.
You guys heard that. You guys are witnesses. She will still give me nookie if I grow a sick mullet, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah. Raise hell and praise Dale up in this bitch.
Just understand, I might laugh.
That's fine. That's fair. That's fair. I understand.
They were right at the doorstep. For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, but in the end, those are just words if you're not willing to take action when the time comes.
I do agree. Any country that's known for chanting death to America cannot have nuclear weapons. I'm sorry, we have the biggest stick on the planet. And that means that if we have a country that's like, we're going to kill you, we're going to kill you, we're going to kill you. And that's literally what gets them bricked up until they get into a frenzy and then they do little sand orgies with each other that are all just dudes and goats. No, I'm sorry. You don't get a nuclear fucking weapon, bro. But like, I thought you said that we already set them back years. It's only been like a couple months. That's weird, bro. That's weird.
As I stated in
This clown is begging for support. What a joke. I sell t-shirts, homie. I sell t-shirts. What do you sell? Your dad's man pussy? I'm showing off a t-shirt. That's not begging for support. I'm showing you guys the new t-shirt that I made to sell. Do you know how many content creators do that? Like the majority of them. It's a supplemental income. It's a side hustle, dog. And my shirt is sick. Kind of like your dad's man pussy. Eat dirty dog shit and die twice.
in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury, our objectives are very simple and clear. We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's Navy, which is now absolutely destroyed, hurting their Air Force and their missile program at levels never seen before, and annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Their missiles are just about used up or beaten. Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies, and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb.
That person that said somebody was begging for support said that they were talking about Trump, not me, dumbass, and called me a dumbass. I apologize to you and your dad's sick man pussy, bro. My bad. My bad. See, when you say he in the comments, you're vague posting. You should say Trump is begging for support because you're literally on my show tonight, buddy. You're on my show, so you should be a little more pacific. But I do apologize for the miscommunication. I hope you and your dad's man pussy absolutely recover soon. I'll send you flowers and some pads. I love you, Bubba. Mwah.
Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it. And tonight, I'm pleased to say that These core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13 American warriors who have laid down their lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran. Twice this past month, I have traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and it's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives, their husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave their lives. And every single one of the people, their loved ones said, please, sir, please finish the job.
Please, sir, please finish the job. I want to bring this up real quick. Kevin said, at least we're not going back to woke. And I have actually a question for you guys. I fucking hate woke. I hate woke. I hate woke. But I do feel like the right is getting a little woke. Like the whole thing is like, I don't think anybody should be off limits. Like if you're a public figure, we should be able to talk about it. There's nothing that we shouldn't be able to talk about. We should, we should be able to talk about literally anything. And we have a First Amendment right to be able to say whatever the fuck we want. All this woke shit was gay and retarded. And we are moving away from that, but it feels like the right is starting to get a little woke. There's people that are put on pedestals, people that you can't talk about. A certain country that isn't ours, that they're making rules and laws where literally they'll put you in jail for talking about stuff because they say it's antiseptic. That seems woke to me. But do you guys think woke is dead? And if you think that woke is dead, do you think it could come back? Say we get fucking Gavin Newsom with AOC. Yeah, I know. It's terrifying, isn't it? Say the next election cycle, we have fucking Gavin Newsom and Alexandria, bad PH Cortez or whatever the fuck her shit is. Say that happens. Do you think they could revive woke? Do you think that it has been damaged enough to where it has been taken down permanently and that we have free speech? I think there is certain speech that is offensive to me. And I support that speech as much as I support the speech that I agree with. There is shit that people can say where I'm absolutely like, damn, man, I want to punch you in the face for that. And I might. You never know. I'm a punchy dude. But I still believe that everybody has the right to say it, whether it offends me or not. I think that's like the whole get down with having free speech is I like to have mine. So everybody else has to be able to have theirs. That's just what it is, man. That's the deal. Juice Slayer, you're amazing, dog. Johnny Hansel, what's up, brother? How you doing? Bro, you're looking jacked up. You look good. Dude, thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate you. You know, I'm back up in the gym as much as I possibly can. I'm old as shit, but I still get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? In fact, right before the live, I had my buddy, you guys know who Valhalla VFT is? My buddy Nate was over here. We were chopping it up about some workout routines and whatnot. And then he went to go to his mixed martial arts. I think he's doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu or some shit right now. I told him he was looking small and he's like, fuck that. I'm going to go beat people up about it. So, I'm doing what I can, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, big dog. Mike Zero Source, what is up? Iran was nearly at 60% nuclear capacity prior to Midnight Hammer. Iran was close to building nuclear weapons. Back President Trump. Don't push the message for our troops to second guess the fight with the war in Iran. I'm not going to just categorically back President Trump. Absolutely fucking not. I didn't vote for this fucking dude. I don't trust him. I don't trust anyone in our government. I don't trust politicians, my guy. They told us that they were at 60%, and then they told us that they set it back years and that it was a absolute success. And Trump keeps saying that they just had the best peace talks and we're really close to a ceasefire and peace talks. And I don't know if you've seen what Iran keeps putting out, but they just keep calling him a pedophile every single time he says it. He'll be like, we're having great talks with Iran. And they'll come out on X and release some shit and say, we're not having any peace talks with him. We don't negotiate with pedophiles. It's kind of humiliating. I'm not sure what to believe other than they keep firing at us. That we're completely out of missiles. They're out of drones. And then you hear today that they just killed 36 of our military members with a missile strike. how are they out of missiles if they're continually shooting them up? Have you guys seen Tel Aviv, bro? Have you seen Tel Aviv? Tel Aviv is fucked, bro. Tel Aviv is fucked. And I love you, Mike Zero Source, but no, I'm not just going to trust President Trump has the plan. I don't think he cares about us. And I question all politicians. I would question it if it was Biden. I would question it if it was Trump. I would 1000% be screaming way louder if it was Camel Toe Harris. I don't trust these people, and I don't think they have the best interest of the American people or our country at heart, genuinely, when it comes down to it. I think that trusting politicians is like believing the stripper really likes you.
Every one of them. And we are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it very fast. We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them get hurt or fail in any way, shape, or form. Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers and neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine. The United States has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that.
What?
We built the strongest economy in history. We're
What?
going through it right now, the strongest in history. In 1 year, we've taken.
My guy is fucking retarded, bro. Hold on. We're gonna do a poll on this. Because like I live in these mean streets, bro. I really am an American. I really am out here living in the streets. I don't feel like this is the best economy that we've ever had. Jax, do you think this is the best economy that we've ever had? Hold on. I want to know what you guys think. Okay, so we're going to do a poll. Is this the best economy that we've ever had in this country? I need you guys to be honest with me here. Is this the best economy that we've ever had in this country? I remember, and listen, man, I fucking hate Clinton. I think he's a dong fondler, bro. I think Clinton just swings from dicks like Tarzan. Oh, I don't like him. I think he's a kitty diddler. I think he's a weirdo. But I remember when Clinton got in office and we were in debt. And then I remember getting a fucking check. Is anybody else old enough and been paying taxes in this country long enough to remember getting a check back from the government because we had a surplus of money? Because Jax, do you remember that?
Yeah, but it's like not even about that, dude. Like it's the ratios. It's the cost of living versus what you're making. Like it doesn't even matter. Like I get what you're saying, but like side note to that. And it doesn't matter how much things are. Like you can talk about, oh, well, I remember when an apple was 5 cents versus $5. Cool, bro. Those numbers mean shit. It's about the ratios.
Yeah, it's how much you're making towards the cost of living. And I just want to say, hey, Irish Bomb Squad said, love you, brother. I was just offered a job working at a youth homeless shelter today. Dude, that is awesome, man. What an incredible job. I think it would be so sick to be able to try to help the youth, bro, because the youth, honestly, that's where you're going to make the most difference out of anything, dude. And you have a voice. You've been where I've been. You've been on the streets. You've been on the yards. We did prison time at the same prisons, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you can help them navigate this shit without ending up going back or ending up where we came from, bro. That's the best place to be able to be, to genuinely help people, bro. If you want to genuinely help people, that is the spot to be at. And we have 84% of people say that this is not the best economy they've ever seen. I am really happy for the 16% of people who say this is the best economy that our country's ever had, you guys must be doing something right. Badass. I applaud you, because a lot of people don't feel that way, man. By midsummer, gas prices will soar. Yeah. 17%. Someone else has got to be stealing. I mean, maybe the people who voted that this is the best economy they've ever seen, maybe they own Somali daycares, dog. If you are a fraudster, America is ripe for the picking right now, my guy. I used to do fraud, organized fraud, but nothing even close to what these motherfuckers who've been in the country for 25 minutes are getting away with. It's crazy. And they're not prosecuting these people. It's the craziest thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I printed some credit cards and some checks, and they were talking about like throwing me in prison for a really long time. I printed a little bit of money and the Secret Service showed up. But these people are stealing millions. Trump literally just pardoned a dude who stole, what was it? Was it $36 million in fraud? This Jewish dude, of course, Korsenstein, every time in Berg, but $36 million in fraud. He got sentenced to years in prison, and Trump pardoned him after 3 months, dude. He did 90 days in fucking prison for $36 million in fraud, and he pardoned him. And once you get pardoned, he didn't just give him clemency and let him out of prison. He pardoned him so he doesn't have to pay any of that money back. That's criminal as fuck, bro. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Just don't even send your taxes to the IRS. Just send them directly over to that other country. I feel like that's the program we're on. Darth said, those saying no WMD is too chem bio. Gas attack in 1995 in Tokyo killed 12, injured thousands was a WMD. Pay attention to the buzzwords and meanings. Absolutely. When you're talking about weapons of mass destruction, dude, like, look at what Biden let over the border with the fentanyl crisis, dude. That's a weapon of mass destruction right there. Rev Robbins, are you going to talk about the Matt Gaetz and aliens? Well, I did a short on that, but we can talk about that some more, because Matt Gaetz just kind of blew my mind going on Benny Johnson, old Benny Grinder Johnson, and talking about he was briefed by the U.S. military that they have multiple locations where they are breeding hybrids between human beings and aliens so that they can do intergalactic communication. That's wild, man. I don't know if Maddie bumped his head or if that shit is real, but like, then you look at people like Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm like, lizard people absolutely fucking exist, bro. Mark Zuckerberg is absolutely half fucking reptile. Gavin Newsom is 3/4 fucking reptile with a really thin skin suit that doesn't fit quite right. I look at these people and I'm like, yeah, dude, like, some of these people are half aliens, lizard people. Yo, Danstro, love you too, brother. Appreciate you. Georgina, thank you so much. Love you, sis. Lone Star, YouTube's being super dumb with super chat restrictions. There's a vid I would want you to see, and it won't let me show you the title. I'm not shocked, dude. Like, I tried for like half an hour on Valhalla's live stream the other night to do a super chat, and it was super mild stuff, bro. Super mild. I think, what was it? I think I just asked him how many beers it would take him to, first I said, how many beers would it take you to smash Kristi Noem's husband? And it wouldn't let me do that. So I was like, how many beers would it take for you to have sex with Kristi Noem's husband? It wouldn't let me send that. And then I was like, how many drinks would it take for you to have marital relations with Kristi Noem's husband? And it wouldn't even let me say that. I had to put how many drinks would it take for you to do Kristi Noem's husband? And he was like, in the full regalia with the tits or nah? Because that makes a difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way that people who've been to jail and prison and people that have been in the military talk to each other when they're actual friends, bro. I'm just saying, YouTube is just taking this to a weird place. So, Lean, yo, JD, I'm starting EMT school this fall. I'm super excited and I can't wait to help. Also, I work as a security guard at a rehab. Any advice to help my clients? Much love and God bless. So W Live, thank you so much. Listen, I just want to tell you that our first responders in this country are absolute heroes. Working in recovery, working at treatment facilities, sober livings. I've had to work firsthand with first responders, police, EMTs. When we had overdoses, they're absolute heroes and they go through so much. What I would say to you is literally find a support network of people that are also first responders that you can talk about the stuff you're going to go through. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that it's going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to go through that's going to be traumatizing, that you're going to need to talk about. If you bottle it up, you're going to get burnout a lot quicker. You know, I was talking with Rich, Angry Cops. Some of you guys know the YouTuber Angry Cops. I was talking with him about the burnout that he was going through because he'd been working in domestic violence for a while, and then he switched over to crimes against children of the actual type. And the burnout is super real. He was like, man, I really honestly just can't wait. He transferred back to being a jump out boy. He's like, I just want to pull up on drug dealers and jump out on them and throw them into a van and steal their playlists off their Spotify so I can learn new music. He's like, I want easy work. So, going into something that's going to be really heavy where you're seeing people hurt, you're seeing people die, you're seeing the worst of humanity, guard your heart. And when it comes to helping people at the treatment facility that you're a security guard at, just give them love. Understand that when you start using substances, you atrophy your growth mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And when you're in early recovery, it's like dealing with a teenager, or whenever they started using, it's like they stop growing. So understand that sometimes they're going to be overly emotional. They're not going to have emotional regulation. They're going to catastrophize small things. I went through it for years. Honestly, this woman sitting right beside me over here eating Cuban food, she dealt with a lot because I was only 6 months clean when we met. I spent 6 months developing myself, but there's stuff looking back that I'm like, man, that's embarrassing that I made that big of a deal out of that shit. And this is what these people are going through. They just need love and they need to be seen as a human being. It's probably been a long time since they've been seen as a human being and treated as a human being, because what we do with drug addicts in this country is we look at them like they're subhuman, and that keeps people out there in the bad, in the chaos, in the dark, in the being lost. So the littlest love or compassion that you can show them means more to them than you know, I guarantee. Lone Star, it's called The Volunteers. Okay, sick, bro, sick. Thank you. Mike Zero Source, respectfully, I disagree with you. I would like to discuss our differences with you over a root beer float since I gave up booze. Let me know if you're cool with AP with a respectful discussion. Mike, I love you, dude. I'm always down with a respectful discussion. I'm always down to talk out differences, and I'm down to be wrong, brother. I'm down to be wrong. I don't know everything. I try to stay humble enough to always know that I can learn something from everybody. And even if you don't change my mind, I know that I would learn and grow just from sitting and talking with you, brother. Big love and respect to you for respectfully disagreeing. That is something that we've lost in this country. I remember growing up, people didn't care if their friends were Republicans or Democrats. If they talked about it, it was in passing. Somebody would be like, yeah, I'm a Republican. And their homie would be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm a Democrat. And they'd be like, oh, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, totally able to respectfully disagree. People didn't assault each other over it. People didn't spit on each other over it. People didn't call each other Nazis and pedophiles over it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm a fucking angry American, bro. I'm a politically homeless, angry American who sees American citizens getting routinely bent over and they don't even use any lube. And I think lube would be nice. I think lube would be great. You know what I'm saying? But I'd love to talk to you, man. And it would be an absolutely respectful conversation. Corey Graff in the chat. What is up, my guy? JD, glad to see you, bro. Things have not gotten better. Truck got repoed 2 nights ago. I think I hit rock bottom. I almost ended it that night. Still trying to get in the apprenticeship and have an appointment with a lawyer for bankruptcy. Listen, man, bottoms are solid ground. I love you, and I'm here for you, bro. I'm sorry that you're going through all that. This is what I'm talking about when I asked if you guys think that we have the best economy that we've ever had. Our brothers and our sisters, our neighbors and our countrymen are fucking hurting, bro. They're fucking hurting. But I believe that things are going to get better for you, bro. And I love you. And you're going to be in me and Jax's prayers, man. Always and forever. Taz, JD, got good news. My little brother is going back to the jail he was at and is speaking with inmates about life after incarceration. Yes. Yes. Sorry. And he's sober, showing them a video of you. That's awesome, bro. Big love to you, man. Please give your brother my respects. Tell him that I love and appreciate what he's doing. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to be able to go in and talk to people when they're at their darkest moments in life. It is so rewarding and so fulfilling, but it's so cool to be able to meet people when they're struggling and be able to give them some hope, man. Dominar said, Corey Graff, winning is better today than yesterday. Winning is being better today than yesterday. Absolutely. That's a beautiful quote, Dom. I love you so much, bro. You have a great heart. Thad Guy, people can't debate anymore. Not argue, just debate. Absolutely. Absolutely. People have to talk over each other. People have to be right. People have to be mean-spirited. And that is not what this country was founded upon.
In a dead and crippled country, I hate to say that, but we were a dead and crippled country after the last administration, and made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far, with no inflation, record-setting investments coming.
This dude, I hate interrupting because I was just going to play it, bro, but this dude just said no inflation. Do you guys think that we have no inflation right now? Let me know in the comments. No inflation? Y'all sure about that?
Into the United States, over $18 trillion, and the highest stock market ever, with 53 all-time record highs in just 1 year. It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran, and they didn't know what was coming. They've never imagined it. Remember, because of our Drill Baby Drill program, America has plenty of gas. We have so much gas. Under my leadership, we are #1 producer of oil and gas on the planet, without even discussing the millions of barrels that we're getting from Venezuela. Because of the Trump administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Think of that, Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. And that.
Okay, so if we are producing more gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined, but our gas is going to record highs, are you gouging us for no reason, dog? Are you admitting to gouging the American people? Because that's what it sounds like to me. I'm always looking at the money. I'm always looking at the hustle. If you're saying that we're producing more gas and that we have more gas than we've ever had, and gas is easy to acquire and it's cheap, but it's at a record price, it sounds to me like we're going back to that no lube shit. No inflation. We have all the gas in the world, but the prices are through the roof. That sounds like we're just taking it up the ass and not even getting a fucking attaboy afterwards.
Number will soon be substantially higher than that. There's no country like us anywhere in the world, and we're in great shape for the future. The United States imports almost no oil through the Hormuz Strait and won't be taking any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it. We've beaten and completely decimated Iran. They are decimated, both militarily and economically and in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it easily. We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so desperately depend on. So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. #1, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much.
We have plenty of oil, you guys. You heard it here first. We have so much oil that our prices are through the roof. Can you please at least spit on it? Spit on it. They do that in prison. They spit on it. How is your wiener penis not getting chafed fucking us if you're not even spitting on it?
Because it's a micro.
It's a micro. I'm not allowed to say that. I got a strike for saying that about Epstein, but yet I literally got a strike for reading a news article about Epstein having a micro. But Megyn Kelly can say it over and over and over again about Mark Levin, and I'm not doubting that it's factual. But I'm just saying, I read an article from one of Epstein's victims said that he had a micro, and I got in trouble for that. I'm not allowed to make fun of a dead dude who was a prolific child trafficker and a Mossad agent. That's crazy.
And number two, build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before, should have done it with us, as we asked. Go to the Strait and just take it, protect it, use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the Strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They haven't come down very much, frankly. They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good.
So if America's exporting more oil than we import, how are we getting fucked on gas prices, dog? It's an honest question. It's an honest question because I'm not the most educated person on this. I want to know, how are we getting this done dirty if we have so much oil? It doesn't make sense to me. That white kid, stay strong, Corey. Love you, brother. Hey, JD, W Live. I love this. This is my favorite part because this is the wood chipper tribe showing up. This is what community is about, you guys. When somebody is struggling and you have multiple people doing supers to encourage that person and show them love, that is incredible. Mike Zero Source said, who buys the root beer float? Me or you? I got this, bro. I got this. We could get some burgers too. I'll make a cheat day out of it. I haven't had a root beer float in probably 20 years, homie. That shit sounds good to a sober dude. Lone Star says we must dare and dare again to go on daring. George shots to Todd. Hell yeah, bro. Creaker Joe, no Vaseline. That's facts, dog. That's facts. No spit on it. In fact, it feels like they're wearing a sandpaper condom at this point. You know what I'm saying? And then giving us lemon juice to clean ourselves up with. Nomad.org. There's no such thing as no inflation, just how high or low the rate is. That's what I'm saying. We have the president of the United States of America out here saying we have no inflation, and that's not even a real thing. Bobby Lynn, my groceries are still high as fuck. This must be some more of that for dementia economic chess stuff. The 4D, the D stands for dementia. I love you, Bobby Lynn. It's so great to see you. I saw you over at Nate's live last night, man. He's actually texting me while I'm talking to you guys right now. So here's what I would like to see. Anybody who is in political office, regardless of what they actually make, I think that they should have to live off of what the standard income, the average median income of their citizens, they should have to live off that while in office. Every single month, they should be like, okay, so the average household is making, $5,000 a month. You have to live off that. I think they shouldn't be able to be doing any better than anyone else in the country. That would motivate them to actually make our country better for everybody. Darth said, 2022, I left my job at $12 an hour, hired to a $19 an hour job, living as check to check now as back then without changing diet or expenses. What the fuck is he on? That's crazy. That is a $7 an hour difference. I feel it, dog. I feel it. Slinky String, America exports more oil than we import. How are we where we're at? Someone smarter than me explain it to me. No green mayonnaise either. Jeez, bro, I'm never going to live the green mayonnaise down. I'm never, ever going to live the green mayonnaise down. I don't doubt that we export more oil than we actually import. I just want to know where that money is going, and I want to know where that oil is going and why we get fucked on the prices. Like, you know that a lot of the pharmaceuticals we make in this country get sold to other countries way cheaper The people in those countries get them for a fraction of what we pay. Why is that? Why are we not the priority to American companies and to the American government? William said, ask the fat electrician about FDR's economics. I'm going to have to call Nick, bro. I'm going to have to call Nick. I'm going to have to do it, man. Every time I call Nick, I always get educated, and I always give him some communism jokes, bro. You got to give Nick some communism jokes.
Days over the last couple of days, we've done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey to Iran to get rid of this horrible threat. With our historic tax cuts, where people are just now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible. They are getting so much more money than they thought. That's from the great big beautiful bill. Our economy is strong and improving by the day, and it will soon be roaring back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago. I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved. Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is less radical and much more reasonable. Yet if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We are unstoppable as a military force. The nuclear sites that we obliterated with the B-2 bombers have been hit so hard that it would take months to get near the nuclear dust, and we have it under intense satellite surveillance and control. If we see them make a move, even a move for it, we'll hit them with missiles very hard again. We have all the cards, they have none. It's very important that we keep this conflict in perspective. American involvement in World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. World War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. The Vietnam War lasted for 9.
He's doing really good at reading off this teleprompter right now, man. I'm really proud of him for being able to read all of this, years and days off the teleprompter. That's crazy. Rome God said, hold on, let me get on screen here for this. Rome God said, to answer your oil question, American oil industry can't process crack oil, only crude oil. The main reasons why oil prices are high is because of the oil tycoons called OPEC, made up mostly of Middle East and tea. There we go. Thank you so much for taking the time to educate me, brother. I really genuinely appreciate you. I asked and I have received. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry to do a break, but my jorts are riding up. My jorts. I got these jorts and they're riding up. I'm really feeling, see my dude on my tank top has jorts. So I wanted to wear my jorts. I got these from Born Primitive. It's an American company that is putting out they're workout jorts. They're super flexible, but the problem is that when you're sitting down for too long, they start to get into the crevices, the creases in the crevices, because, they're flexible and they're tight. But he's doing a really great job of reading off this. I think that I've heard enough. I can really only handle so much of listening to this dude talk. We still haven't heard any benefit to America. And that really irks me because I'm all about America. I'm not about all this other nonsense. Let's actually watch this video about what's going on with the moon launch, because I see a lot of people in the comments saying, get to the moon launch, bro. What up with the moon launch? Let's moon launch, you guys. You guys ready to moon launch? Let's fucking go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Roger, roll pitch.
So this was out of, I believe this was out of Cape Coral, right? This is out of Cape Coral, Florida?
Yeah, Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Port Canaveral, Florida. And, you know, the cool thing is when I lived in Daytona and, you know, she lived out just a little bit outside of Daytona, right by New Smyrna Beach, you can actually hear the launches sometimes.
Oh, no.
You could see them.
Windows would rattle.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then on the social media, all the neighborhood groups, everyone would be like, did anyone hear that noise? What was that? It's like, come on, guys. We're used to this.
So for you guys that are new in the chat and we're here at the very beginning, we did a poll at the beginning and asked how many people think that we actually went to the moon back in 69 and that we've already been there. And I was speculating that if we had already been to the moon, I believe that we would have been back since then to try to get rare earth minerals, or rare moon minerals. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys think that we've already been to the moon, or do you guys think that was, I understand we were going through some Cold War type shit, and if they needed to pull an old Serbian Jew double bluff, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, make Russia, just put Russia in their place. But I honestly, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think that it's a little sketchy that they'd be able to live stream all the way from the moon in 1969, brother. Seems a little iffy to me there, guy. I don't know about y'all, but like if I drive 2 miles from here, I lose all phone service. Just my thought.
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
Artemis.
Integrity, AMT high.
AMT high.
On time passing 30 seconds into the flights. Integrity passes the ultimate beacon. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on 4 main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity, 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
That's impressive. Fast as fuck, boy.
Mission elapsed time, passing 1 minute, approaching max Q.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Seeing this gives me a little tingle. This gives me a little Murica boner. You know what I'm saying, babe? Do you get a Murica boner when you see shit like this? Shit gives me a little Murica boner, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're sky maxing right now. They're ozone maxing, dude. Seriously. Actually, their cortisol is spiking in that bitch, though. They got to be stressed. Imagine being strapped inside a rocket and you're just like, that shit would be cool, bro. It would be cool as fuck to be an astronaut. But I think that this is probably one of the, I don't think that we're going to have too many astronaut programs anymore. I think they're going to just start sending Elon's fucking robots up there. I think that there's not going to be too many, I don't think there's going to be too many humans going to the moon or doing space travel for much longer. I think Elon's building a bunch of robots so that he can get their ass to Mars and so that he can colonize Mars, bro, because we all know that's Elon's weirdly obsessed with Mars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's weirdly obsessed with Mars, like there's goth chicks on that bitch or something. It's a little strange. Banhammer. Apollo 11, 14, and 15 astronauts placed laser rector reflector mirrors on the moon in 1969 and 1971. Scientists still bounce lasers off them today for precise Earth-Moon distance measurements, direct proof that we landed. I did not fucking know that, dude. Are you dead ass? That's fucking crazy. Okay. Thank you for educating me, man. I appreciate you, brother. That's wild. Because I was over here calling cap for like the last foreversies, like since I was bornsies, bro. Since before they cut off my 4 skinsies, I was like, they didn't do that.
Bro, you should talk to my mom. She would school you.
Oh, so Jax's mom is one of the leading experts in the entire world on space law. So she would probably be mad at me for saying that we didn't land on the
She
moon.
would just tell you you're an idiot straight to your face. And
Well,
you tell
hey,
her.
look, man, like I'm a little, I might have a tinfoil hat or two. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Kane said we went to the moon. We did not go back because there's really no reason to. Minerals not worth it with the cost of transport. We've ignored the moon because it's not profitable at all. Okay. See, and there we go. There's my arguments debunked. And you know what? When faced with new information, I am all the way humble enough to go, I don't know everything. And when people educate me, I could just be like, facts. I was wrong. That's cool. We should all be able to do that, homie. Like, we're all just people, and new information should always be able to change us. And there's no shame in being wrong. When you get the shame is when somebody educates you and you refuse to change your beliefs based on new evidence. 115. My grandparents had front row seats to the launch and said it was amazing finally seeing one in person. Yes. Hell yeah. That's beautiful. Big love, big respect right there.
I just have to say nothing would surprise me. So if they came out and said that it was faked back then, I would not be surprised. If they said it was faked now, I would not be surprised. If they said we have overlords that have colonized the moon and has been running things from the outside for the last 60 years, I would not be surprised. There's really nothing that would surprise me anymore.
Yeah, like with all the weird, crazy shit that's been conspiracy theories that's come out recently, if they told me that my own butthole was AI, I wouldn't be shocked.
No, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, that tracks.
On, Ponce de Leon.
Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon.
Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis II mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour. One minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time, standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%, ahead of solid rocket booster separation, expected at the 2-minute 9-second mark. We see throttle down. Confirmed separation. Main engine's throttling up, guidance converged.
Damn, bro, that's insane.
Perhaps we've lost our connection to the mission control there. But 3 words for this moment. Wow, wow, wow.
Incredible.
Truly is. I know the rocket turns off 8 minutes after liftoff here, so I believe that's what they were last talking about. But the last time this has happened, Artemis 1 in 2022, the launch happened in the dark.
3 minutes into the flight.
Oh,
Integrity 49 miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange, now passing 5,000 miles per hour.
And I see people in the comments questioning if this was real. We have somebody in the chat who was actually there at this launch. And unless they're putting like bots or, CIA agents in here to, confuse the people in the live stream, I believe that this is real. I believe at this point that we can do this for sure, dude.
I know people who were
For
at
sure.
that launch today.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we used to live out there.
Yeah.
Space is fucking cool, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm fascinated with space and dinosaurs because I'm like 12 years old inside. I love me space and I love me dinosaurs.
That's the majority of my tattoos at this point.
Dog, did you know that the T-Rex and the Tyrannosaurus never lived on the planet at the same time?
But they're both on the same leg.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Texas T, good to see you, sis. How you doing? Texas T said, the moon is now profitable for interstellar launches for Mars and other explorations because of the lower gravity with SpaceX able to recover boosters and motherships taking fuel supplies, water and food to the moon for launches. Look, it always comes down to the profit. Is there profit? Is there money to be made? I 100% believe they're going to figure out how to make money out of this. Elon seems pretty good at making money. I'll tell you that right now. And if he gets us to Mars, I'm going to be pretty stoked by that. I'm not going to lie. I want to see us stop fighting over fucking the same stupid fucking desert over and over and over again for hundreds of years and actually explore our universe, or at least our galaxy. You know what I'm saying?
Standing by for launch abort system jettison.
Houston
5,000
Integrity, good
miles
last
per
jettison,
hour.
great view.
Copy, jettison. Team Eco 8+02.
We see the same on board, Stan.
You loud and clear on Tidris at the Kármán line.
Outstanding, Stan. We have you the same.
3 minutes, 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2. Wiseman.
Hold on. Did you know that all of the moon rocks they brought back were tested to be petrified wood? Were the moon rocks brought back from landing on the moon in 1969 proven to be petrified wood? Damn. Yep. Holy shit, dude. 100% yes. It just said it. You are 100% correct, my guy. Holy shit. So that's weird. I'm not going to lie. That's weird. The story thickens. Lizard people, Mark Zuckerberg, Gavin Newsom,
Glover, Cook, and Hansen crossed the boundary into space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Flight Dynamics Officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
That's so beautiful. Holy shit. You missed it. It's just
And we do understand in this moment when the engines of the Artemis 2 rocket cut off at about 8 minutes after liftoff.
Integrity, GPS processing.
That's not gonna help.
That's when the crew will reach their weightlessness.
Outstanding, Stan. We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
How much did that fuel cost? All of it, every stuff.
Approaching 5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software finishes internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
Integrity, 3 engine press.
3 engine press.
On time, now passing 5 minutes 20 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that's needed to carry Integrity to a nominal main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Mission Control Houston. Integrity, 75 miles in altitude, 330 miles downrange, approaching 10,000 miles per hour.
$10,000 miles per hour. Holy shit, dude. That's crazy.
Integrity, looking good at 6 minutes.
Would I ride in that
Same on
thing?
board, Stan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dog. Oh, yeah, I would totally
Good
do this.
trajectory and engine performance. Booster officer will soon report the
What an
shutdown plan to
incredible
Flight Director
moment.
Judd
That
Friedling,
launch
expected
happening
at the
not too
7-minute
shortly
mark.
after that launch window opening, and we saw it here
Integrity
live. We were
78
actually a little bit ahead
miles
of
in
you, Nicole and
altitude,
Calvin, because we saw
460
the
miles down
rocket
the
lifting off when the countdown was going on. But so many important moments have happened, and the SLS rocket just hit Max Q about 3 minutes ago. This is super important because Max Q
6
is
minutes, 40
basically when
seconds of
the
mission elapsed
aircraft
time.
sort of
Shutdown
reaches
plan
the
is
most
as expected.
stress. So that was the maximum
Again, the
stress
time of MECO
that
was
this
confirmed
launch
at
was
8
going
minutes,
to
2 seconds
experience,
into
and
the
it
flight.
already passed that. So reaching that, or rather enduring Max Q, is a huge cause for celebration, a big milestone for the Artemis 2 mission, as those 4 astronauts now make their
7
way
minutes of
to
mission
the
elapsed
moon.
time.
We also saw there that the rocket boosters fell away, which is standard in
Throttling
these
down as
situations.
we
We
approach
also
the
had a
abort
moment
once
where
around
we could
option.
hear from the crew saying,
Milestone
Houston,
at the
it
7-minute,
looks
30-second
beautiful
mark.
out there. So everything is good to go.
Now
We had
84
such a
miles in
beautiful
altitude,
shot here,
650
right here along the
miles
Space Coast,
downrange,
seeing
traveling
that
more
rocket
than
lift off. It was
15,000
an
miles
incredible
per hour.
moment, and I've heard people talk before, and I can now confirm this, that you really not only hear the rocket, but you could really feel it as it starts to make its ascent. You feel almost a little bit of a shake of how powerful it is. So you could only imagine what that must feel like for those 4 astronauts who are inside right now, making their way up into space. Like I said, in about 3.5 hours, that is when they're going to start more security checks before they start to do that orbit around Earth. There's still time, if anything were to happen, to abort. But right now, it is all looking so beautiful and so great. It has been such a smooth day from top to bottom, despite 2 little hiccups that gave us a little bit of nerves. Everything has been done so beautifully.
So Relic said, I pray for the astronaut that makes it to the moon and back so they can make new space travel history in the 21st century. Amen. Dude, I'm with this space shit. Space makes me horny, bro. I'm gay for space. I'm super gay for, don't look at me crazy. I'm gay for space. Nomad.org said, quick, someone call the flat earthers. Oh, dude, they got to be big mad right now. Big. Is there anybody that believes in flat earth in here? I got to know.
It really was incredible, Janice. It's hard to find another word. Amazing. I mean, I even got goosebumps when I saw it launch. We got a glimpse for a second of the crowd that's there, all of them with their phones. Imagine to try to record as much as they could. So amazing to see. I'm assuming you're around a bunch of people where you are too. I mean, what are they doing? I'm sure smiles across their faces.
Cook and Jeremy Hansen now in orbit around the Earth at the beginning of their journey.
Oh, smiles all around. People have traveled from all over the country to witness this moment as well. And in many ways, it's a little bit of a gamble when you decide to travel, because we've seen plenty of launches. We've seen them get scrubbed plenty of times. You never know what can happen. So for people who came out here, some traveled as far as Iowa to witness this moment. So they were so happy that it happened. They were happy that it happened the day they said it was going to happen. But there was also this moment of everyone just sort of shaking hands and high-fiving. Obviously, we did not do anything to make this happen, but there's still this sense of unity for humanity as all of us are gathered here, and you feel this sense of pride as that rocket launched up into the sky. So really one of those moments that I certainly will never forget, because there's of course celebrations, but again, that sense of unity where you start to just feel so proud and so excited to see what can potentially be discovered, and also in awe of what humans are capable of doing, what these engineers and scientists have worked so tirelessly for as we continue to explore outer space and explore so many other things. All you could think about right now is, what is next? What will they come up with next? And I am sure that in the next few years in our lifetime, we're going to see even more incredible launches like one.
And Janice, this is really a generational moment for anyone who is watching either at home or where you are. You can only imagine what the elation.
I wonder if they're going to be live streaming from this whole trip. I wonder if there's somewhere that we could just live stream. Holy shit, man. Sean, is that you, brother? Hey, what's up, Sean? It's great to see you, man. Big love and respect. This is my homie from the way back. Be honest, who thinks this is the first time humans will make it that far? So I mean, I really didn't think that we actually went to the moon, bro. I'm not going to lie, because I have trust issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be trusting shit. But, we have seen some people have come with some really solid evidence that we did actually get to the moon. But then also some of the samples that were sent back have been proven to be petrified wood. Does that mean that there were once trees on the moon? Or does that mean that they was bullshitting? I don't know. This might be one of those things that we never really truly understand. Like, why do people vote for Lindsey Graham? You just never know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or is Bibi Netanyahu still alive or dead? We may never know. Love you, Sean. Great to see you. Juan 15 said, hey, the Iowans are my family. Yes, your family just got the shout, bro. That's sick. Hell yeah. And hey, just so you know, if anybody's out there in Texas and you need your roof done, hit up DFW Roof Advisor. Sean will do you right.